So more and more high school seniors are taking advantage of early college admission. But it might not be right for everybody. In fact, the colleges and the university themselves may benefit more than students. Here to explain, Rob Franek, Senior Vice President of Publishing at the Princeton Review. He is the author of The Best 379 Colleges. Rob, welcome back.
Good to be here.
So, big increase in students applying for early admission. Why?
A couple of reasons. One, it could actually be an advantage to students to get in. It might be somewhat less selective for students to get in for early action or early decision. Here's the thing. For most students applying early decision, they're going to accept the top 10 to 15% of their student base. But there are several schools, Vanderbilt is one, Bates up in Maine, that are accepting 24, 25, nearly 30% of their incoming class early decision.
Early decision.
Yeah.
Okay, and as we know, there are fewer and fewer applicants. This really advantages colleges and universities in many ways because they get you in the door early, they lock you down early, you're not out shopping around at other schools. They're relying on you to come in that front door come September or August.
It's very true. It's very true. And when we think about the two policies of early decision is a binding agreement between you and the school. So you can only apply to one school early decision. Early action, you can generally speaking apply to several schools, and then you still have the May 1st deposit deadline to decide where you're going to go to that.
Let me tell you, they make this so complicated these days. I don't know how parents negotiate this. Okay, so what are the disadvantages to the student of this?
The biggest disadvantage, and we've been saying this at the Prince Review for a long time, is that you have no leverage on the financial aid side of the fence when it comes to early decisions. You only got into one school, you're obliged to go to that school. Financial aid is really shouldn't be an issue for you. Well, you're going to give you the regular scholarship, but you're going to have no comparison to the other 8 or 9 schools that the typical student would likely apply to.
Now, you mentioned early action. What's the difference between early action and early decision?
Biggest difference is that early action is a non-binding agreement between you and the school. You can, generally speaking, apply to more than one school early action than just the one school early decision. And you have a significant amount of time. You still apply early, and you have until May 1st to decide where you want to go to school.
So what students should not do this?
One, if you do not know that that school is your first choice school, then you should never apply early decision or early action. There's no real gaming of the system. You should only apply to a school if you really, really want to go there.
Isn't the trend now that people apply to lots and the Common App, they're applying to 1 million schools, right? That's what most students are doing?
They are applying to more schools than they did 10 years ago. Right now, they're applying to between 7 and 9 schools. 10 years ago, it was likely between 4 and 6. But there are more students in our fair city. Certainly, they're applying to 10, 20, 25, 30 schools.
Wow.
And in no way increases your chance of admission to any of those schools.
And it's probably what makes acceptance rates look so bad. Harvard accepting some 6% of applicants. Part of it is because everybody and their mother applies at Harvard.
You're right. The applicant pool will go up, but the selectivity can go down as well. So I mean, it is an interesting mix. What we say to students and parents is know the process as best as you can. If you're going to apply early decision, it should be to a school that's your first choice school. Take tests early. Know the admissions requirements for these schools. Don't go in blindly, and make sure that you're as savvy as possible.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so early admissions are offered at more than 460 colleges. There's something like 4,400 institutions of all sorts all across the country, so it's still a relatively small group of schools.
It is a relatively small group of schools. However, perceptually, these are the big brand name schools that we talk about all the time. So that 450 is a pretty high caliber set of schools.
All right, Rob. Good stuff, my friend.
Good to be
Thank
here.
you.
Thanks.